Yeah, I mean, we have, full commanding touch menu, all the essentials touch menu. We have a driving set. We have a flying set, separate action sets. We have haptic feedbacks, taps and holds, activators. Oh, we got it all. So yeah, that's that. It's impressive. Please tell me it's impressive because I've put a lot of time into this. So okay, here we are. It's here, yes. The old Arma 3 Apex compatible, complete, taking advantage of new activators, taps and holds, and double taps, and this is the culmination of everything. So, before I dive into it, let me just preface this with if you have a question, please watch the entire video because you would be pretty amused to know how many questions I get that are usually answered in the video. I'm not making this video for me. I know the profile. So, this is for you. So watch the damn thing. And before I go over all the controls, just so you would know, you will need to download and import these custom icons. These will not show up for you by default. These are icons that I made, so you'll have to get those. I will have, I'll have detailed instructions. I'll have a download link. I'll make up a README that explains everything you need to do. The main things you need to do are get these icons, and you will have to bind in analog controls for the steering and flying, for the throttles. But it's not too difficult. And I'm here. I'm here for you. We're going to go over it. We're going to go over all of it. This is like my third Arma profile. I don't want to keep making profiles for this game. What is going on, though, is this game is kind of the culmination of the most complicated control scheme of any game on planet Earth in the history of mankind. It's absurd how many controls this game has. So every update to the Steam software gives me more opportunity to add in more to it, which I'm taking advantage of. This last set was kind of the one I was waiting for. Taps and holds. The one before that gave us action sets. So now I feel this is it. This is all you're going to get from me for Arma. So let's go over it. And if you've used one of my previous profiles, just be aware there are some pretty major changes to this one. I kind of wanted to come to this with a fresh look, so some of the stuff's a little different. Like right away, this used to be change view. Let's throw a grenade right now, so be very, 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 very careful with that. Take some time to look over the bindings, figure out what you got. Okay, and I'm gonna go over all this stuff. I tried to make this as comprehensive as possible and describe everything in here. Right away, real quickly, in Arma you change your view a lot, and I already mentioned it. All of that is bound to the paddle. Tap it once to change your view. You hold it for free look. You double tap it to lock in the free look. Double tap it, and that will give you some haptic feedback too. Like you'll feel a little thunk, then your free look. Movement. Movement is left stick, obviously. Forward is normal jog, all the way forward is sprint. Click it is walk toggle. And then all the way forward you still have your run. Click it again, go back. Now I didn't put combat pace in here because if you pull the trigger once, you go into combat pace for 3 seconds, I believe. Just about the stick. Hold the stick in all the way is X, which doesn't really make any sense. The reason I did that is I have click right pad for X, hold it to go down. But the reason X is on this click, that's just if you're in the water. So hold this in as Z, and that would be to lower in the water, swim down. Hold this as X, which is to swim up. Because I have a tap is the X, so there wasn't really a way to swim up. Which, I mean, even that's kind of going above and beyond. Most people will probably never use that, but just be aware that if you hold the left click in all the way, it is an X. But usually you're just going to be tapping it for that walk. Left paddle is control. Double click this. That's lowering your gun. Which I feel like you need with the fatigue system. Double tap brings it back up. That's just left control. So you hold that, hold the paddle, and then that's your stance adjust also. So you can go all over the place. Because it's an Arma tradition with me, I have to do this in every video. The butt crawl. Do 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 do. Yep. I will always do it. It will never get old. You have click for X. Hold for prone. And there's some haptic feedback on that. A quick double click of the pad is use. Just in case you don't want to take your thumb off, it's also A, but just, and I made it's a pretty fast double tap, which you can change that, but I never want to hit that by accident, so I make it like a very fast, deliberate double tap. So just, moving right onto the face buttons, you have use, which I don't need right now. Reload, let's go into first person. Tap X to reload. Hold X is cycling between sidearm and primary weapon. So tap it to reload, hold it to switch. Y is vault. Hold Y for light, which I can't really show you right now because it's daytime, but trust me. B is inventory. Tap it for inventory. Easily go back and forth. Hold it for caps lock. To enable voice, double tap it would toggle down caps lock. I just can't show you that right now because I'm not playing online, so you're not going to see any notifications. We have a gyro mouse, a nice quick smooth mouse. Right is change fire mode. You can see up in the right hand corner of the screen. Switching between full auto, it's right. Left is compass. I use compass a lot. You can double tap to toggle that up, take it down. Up and down is mouse scroll up and down, and you can see there's really not much there. That's a change from the Alpha Apex control preset. There's no more switching from the action menu. Now you have to switch through 1, 2, and 3. Which brings me to the touch menu. We have 1, 2, and 3 up here. You can switch to your primary, to your handgun, to a launcher. We have binoculars, zoom in and out, 0 up and down for weapon scopes. Get into the map. Watch. Watch is that was just kind of an extra space, actually, for me. I will probably add, I guess I might add in that, which is just a mod that I like to use for the map. See, I don't really use that too much. And this is a change from the last profile. This touch menu was on the other side. The reason being, because now we can just, we're moving, man. We can do it while we're moving. I thought that was very useful. Yeah, so you can be accessing all this stuff while you're moving around. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we have... Really, you just need 1 through 3. And then we can switch to binoculars, switch to night vision in the map. And that's also the reason why I put this on the right pad. Because we still have the gyro mouse from right pad touch. So yeah, like the mouse, I don't like having gyro always on for the mouse. Just personal preference. So add marker, you kind of have to hold that one in. I think that might just be the way the bindings are in the game. Like you need to hold it down a little bit. I just noticed if I click it really fast, it doesn't work. Hold it. And we can delete that marker, but I use that quite a bit. So now we got our marker. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so we got all the stuff on the D-pad, right? Well, no, I didn't do the click. Click once is backspace to open up the command menu. Yeah, so you can like quickly, like for single player, I mean, you can quickly, give out your status, call for support, whatnot. So click it for backspace. Hold it is a command-all shortcut. So you just want to tell them something really quick. You can hold that in, it brings up command-all. But wait a minute, ExistentialEgg, what if I want to tell only a specific person what to do? Well, I mean, you can kind of do that from the menu here, but come on. I'm gonna do better than that for you. We can hold the modifier for the menu. I guess I didn't mention that either. This is the modify button. That modifies touch menus on both pads, and it modifies lean. Okay, I'll go over that a little bit more. I neglected to mention that. I'm exhausted trying to get this out for you. So, okay, if we go in here, I can select... Let's just select that one guy.
3, disembark. Understood.
Yeah, so we can select all from here also, or you can select just one person. Let's tell him, and then I put all of these little notes in here for you. Let's tell him...
2, get down.
That's right. Down on your belly. So, yeah, we have a full command menu in there. It's going to give you everything. Really, the only thing I couldn't support is we only go up to F4. If you need more than that, good luck to you. You're a better person than I am for trying to play this game with a controller if you're commanding to that level of complexity. And then you could still switch them like to a different team. That's a control. So I could be like, this guy, control.
2, team green.
Boom. Put him to team green. I keep bumping that because I'm not taking my thumb. That's why. Take the thumb off first. No big deal. What else did I want to go over? The leans are in there just because, really just in case you don't like tilting. It's also in the tilt. And on the tilt, you're going to feel a nice little haptic ka-thunk. I like that. Yeah, but if you want, just hold in that modifier. You can do it that way too. So that's another change from the previous profile. Before, I didn't have taps and holds, so it was a limitation. I had holding that in for all these buttons to do different things. Well, now I can just do a hold. I can, instead of having to modify, push, it's like, nope, just hold it in. Tap it to reload, hold it to switch to firearm. So really, this modifier is just for the 2 touch menus and left and right. So, okay, we got command systems. We have what is left? Triggers. Yeah, okay. Triggers and bumpers. Tap. The right bumper is your throwable. So actually, let me... There, click it once, throw out some smoke. And that has a nice high haptic feedback on that, so you're going to feel it. Hold it all the way in is target. But before I show you that, say what I just did there was like control is to switch. So I hold in control, tap it, green light, grenade. Throw a grenade. And let me switch to... So, okay. Target is hold bumper. So hold for target. Oh, it's not gonna... It's out of ammo. But yeah, hold it for target. Tap it for grenade. Let's go back to primary weapon. Okay. Obviously firing. And that has a low haptic feedback to it. Nothing on the full trigger. It's just also fire. I didn't want to interrupt firing. So nothing else on that trigger. This trigger, however, has all kinds of stuff. So tap it to go down, aim down sights. And you hold it to zoom in. That is just basic right mouse. I mean, that's how the game functions. You tap to go, hold to zoom. But what I added was full pull. Full pull to switch your optics mode. Now what that's doing is really, that's just left control and right mouse. So I could still do that, holding in left control. And then tapping the trigger. Like I'm not doing a full pull. I found it easier just a full pull though. I like that. Okay. And then, let me get down on the ground. So we got full pull to change optic mode. Full pull hold. Full pull hold is bipod. And you'll feel a nice little haptic thunk on that as well. Okay, so lots of stuff on that trigger. And like I'm saying, get in here, look at all this. There's a lot in here, and I try to explain it as detailed, in as detailed a fashion as I can with a limited space. Select button will be to switch between sets. We're not there yet. We're almost there. We're getting there. But tap it is for your driving set. Hold it is for your flying set. Then you just, tap to always come back. Start is start. That's all I gotta go over there. Okay, that's everything for infantry set. Whew, okay. Oh man, this is exhausting. It's so tiring. There's so much to go over. But please, I implore you, watch this. I am not doing this for my own enjoyment. This is for you. That's it. We're going to move on to vehicle sets. You want to take a break? A little intermission here, maybe? So, vehicle sets. We hop in the vehicle. I'm going to tap. That's my driving set. Now you can see, like, I have full, nice and smooth analog steering. Like this right here, you cannot do this with WASD. Will not work. Like you have to keep tapping. Which, oh, that's so terrible. Actually, I have it. This left stick is just analog if you wanted to compare. But yeah, that gives you much better. And then the triggers for analog throttle. But you have to bind that in. Okay, so just right here for vehicle movement, I will need you to do triggers for forward and back, and then just tilt the controller left and right for left and right analog. Just those four things. Do not do car left and car right. It won't work out as well for you. Trust me. And in controller, you just want to make sure you are not using the set. Don't do the scheme. Just have your controller enabled. Do not use a scheme. You don't want to see, like, no, you don't want to see button prompts. Trust me. Just keep the controller enabled. And that's it for vehicle set, just those four things. Now you're going to have to do this for planes and helicopters as well. But we'll go over that when we get into the helicopters. So that's all you got to do. And that gives me a nice... Yeah, we have nice analog throttle. Full pull is turbo forward, and then full pull on the left trigger is emergency brake. And then from this vehicle set, we also have target is still on that bumper. Countermeasures is up here. That, you know, like throwing out smoke and such. I don't think... Yeah, this is not going to have any counter. This is just a Jeep. But you would use that, you know, to throw out smoke or whatnot. Firing is pushing the paddle down. Basically, we have left and right mouse. So you can still function and shoot. I mean, it's... If you're the driver, you really shouldn't be shooting, though. Just... This is for driving. But you can do it. And we have lights. Handbrake is also... Oops, sorry. Handbrake is also on X, or, like I mentioned, just that full pull trigger. Use in inventory, you know, and then we still have the fire mode and up and down. So all the basics are in there. But really, it's, you know, just for driving around. I would use it. I mean, if I need to be engaging and firing, I'm probably just going to stay in the infantry set. This is just when I want to drive all over the place, and I need that analog steering. And that's another thing to remember, too. You know, when you get out, you would just need to toggle back out. And then, I don't really need to show you, but just so you know, like if you're in a tank, the analog steering won't work. That's why it's bound to that stick in the driving set. So actually, maybe this has a... Yeah, the tank will have countermeasures. And that paddle is still your change view. Yeah, there you go. So just to show you the countermeasures, that's in there. Okay, back to infantry. Get out. Okay. Hold for flying. And we have an analog control of the stick. Triggers are the Q and E. And that gives you full analog. The reason I did that is I can show you that too. Like this is Q and E. Q and E is either all on or all off, which, you know, hey, we have analog functionality. We have analog functionality with the controller. Let's use it. That makes it a lot easier to control. But as I was saying, you have to bind in these controls. So we had those 4 things for vehicle movement. Helicopter. WASD, you just bind all of that to the stick. And then Q and E, you bind to the triggers. Okay? That's it. And then just in plane movement, I'm pretty sure the Q and E carries over, but for some reason the stick doesn't. So then you just have to rebind the stick again. And that's really it, man. That's all you got to do. Just the sticks and triggers. Stick and triggers. Left on the D-pad is sling. Hold it for sling assist. Up and down is, you know, the menu up there. Actually, let's just go over this in here. So we also have the countermeasures, targeting. This is the only one where it gets really weird with the camera. I needed those paddles, man. I needed them for the throttle. So in this set, and only this set, changing your view is start. And also, holding start is switching you to the secondary camera. And which I'll show you that in a second. And then we have lights, auto hover, landing gear, use. And then like that vehicle set too. You can fire. I have hold that and hold that are the sticks. And for, I also put that for this set on the full pull triggers. Because, like if you're in the, you might be needing combat systems much more in the flying set than you do in the driving set, in my opinion. So that's in there, you just full squeeze to fire. But yeah, like, so here, when I hold start, I click it once to change to third person, hold it, you feel a little thunk, and then let go. And that changes to the secondary camera. Just switch over to something that's a little bit more combat functional. Let's get the landing gear up. So we got the countermeasures. Full trigger pull is zoom in. Yeah, actually, I hadn't noticed that before. It's subtle, but it does start to... It does also enact the rudder. That's the game. I can't tell it not to do that, because I needed the output to be the trigger. Anyways, it's there, but you can also click in... we can switch... So it's on the triggers if you want it. It's not perfect, but hey, I'm only human. I make mistakes. Yeah, it's actually kind of a bummer. I have it on hipfire exclusive, so it shouldn't be doing that, but I think the game's still reading the trigger pull. So anyways, which I need it to. Actually, let me be stubborn here for a second. Just check. Yeah, I need that. It's that is what's causing it. Oh well. Oh jeez, oh jeez. Wasn't ready for that. So yeah, I think that actually covered everything. I mean, I know this is a long video. I know it's probably incredibly boring, but seriously, please just watch it, because there's a lot here. I just want to make sure you understand all the controls. Like, it's not so much that my control system, my control scheme is so obtuse, it's just the game has so much to it that there's a lot I have to go over. Like, all this shit. We needed it. It's got to be in there. So yeah. In closing, don't forget, you need to download the icons, look in the description, I will have that link, and you need to bind in the analog controls. You need to bind in vehicle, plane, and helicopter. So yeah, that's it, man. I feel like I'm hardly ever playing Arma. I'm constantly just refining and tweaking control systems to be able to play it. But I'm really digging this map for the Apex. That'll be officially coming out soon. This is just kind of a sneak peek. So yeah, that's it. It's all in here. Yeah. I'm golden. Job well done. Oh! They can make it perfect through software. That's what I'm going to say.
Rebel bike destroyed.
The butt crawl. Do 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 do. Okay. Yes, you get it. Yes, I feel it. The energy vibrating.